Our first guest went from checking coats to appearing in great movies such as Rounders and Donnie Brasco. Now she's starring in the new movie, The Shape of Things. Say hi to Gretchen Mole, everybody. Gretchen. Have a seat. You look very nice.
Thank you.
Little retro activity going on.
Yeah.
I thought that was your slip coming out under the dress. Which I think
that's the design.
Yeah, no, I get that now.
And I keep kind of having to yank it down.
Yeah, no, don't bother. It looks good.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Not much.
Were you really a coat check girl?
I was, yeah.
Here in the city?
I was. There was this restaurant called Michael's on 55th Street.
Is it like a highbrow sort of restaurant, or?
Yeah, it was like a lot of business lunches, and all these agents used to come in there, and I didn't know it before I got the job, but yeah, I ended up, my boss actually gave my name to one of the clients. It was really
Were you trying to act when you were working there? And,
huh?
and were you trying to sort of really break in at this point?
Yeah, I was, going to open calls and equity things and.
So you're hitting up the agents when they're coming in and giving you your codes and stuff?
I didn't mean to be, no, but it just kind of worked out that way.
You're like, let me just do an audition right here, right now.
Yeah,
Give me your codes.
yeah.
To be or not to be?
That was sort of the fantasy, but I never did do it.
Right. Did you make it into the city growing up a lot?
Not really. I mean, my brother moved here, and I moved here when I was 19 years old and went to acting school and everything. So.
Right. Big scare when you're 19, moved to the city?
No, as soon as I got here, I sort of felt like, thank God.
Right, to get out of the small town?
To get out of the town, yeah.
Wow. What'd you do in the small town, like growing up? What was the happening thing?
The happening thing was to go to a keg party on off-road or something. I mean, it was that kind of
Did you ever have one of those parties? Remember in Footloose? Remember everybody pulls their car around?
Yeah,
they put the lights on?
That's actually exactly
Do they
what
really
it was
have
like.
parties
and then
like
the
that?
cops would come and bust it, and everybody would like run under the bridge, where there was tons of graffiti.
Wow, I thought that was stuff that happened in like the 50s.
No, yeah, it had that vibe to it.
Wow, that's awesome. I'd go nuts if I moved into the city after going to a party like that.
I don't know. It was close enough to New York where I don't know. As soon as I got here, I just felt really comfortable.
Right, and you went to acting school, and your brother also is in the film business,
yeah,
right?
He's an editor and a director, actually. We did this little film for HBO called Freshening Up that was on last summer, which was really cool.
Being your older brother, did that sort of influence you want to get out? Like, my older sister got me into music. She's the reason, I'm embarrassed to say, I got into the Village People and Rick Springfield.
Really?
And then wanted to get into music from that. I was heavily influenced by my older sister. Does that?
Yeah, I was. I mean, he had one of those little Super 8 cameras when he was like 12 years old. And
the young filmmaker.
Yeah, and I would turn around and he'd be filming me, or he'd always want me to do these horror films, and I'd be like the screaming girl going, and cut to the guy with the knife, like the cardboard knife, so.
Like him, like in frame, like that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it definitely did. I sort of followed him here.
Right. Your first feature, Spike Lee's Girl 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiny little part. It was a featured.
You guys know what she was in this movie?
That was my first job.
You know, you have no idea.
I was girl 12 in Girl 6.
Gretchen was the phone sex operator.
One of many, yeah. We did a lot of research for that
What did you know about phone sex?
I really didn't know anything at the time. But we did a lot of research. We had consultants come in. I mean, to this day, I had like 2 lines on film and still wonder what happened to my audition tape because it was intense.
Really? About doing the phone sex?
Well, that was what we did. You went in and you improvised a phone sex conversation.
Right.
And
it went a little like... Want me to start? Hey, Gretchen.
I've put those days behind me, Carson.
It's late, I know. What's going on over there? I almost called a phone sex company once. I'm proud enough to admit. I chickened out the last. I swear to God,
I don't know if I really believe that.
Is the idea, in discussing this with the consultants who you were working with, is the idea for the girl to keep them on the phone extra long because it's minute-to-minute money?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have to do a lot of the...
You're acting like you know nothing about this.
I don't. I just learned, though. Good times. This time of night, people are going to flip this show off and get on the phone right now.
Oh, my God. I remember the 900 numbers. When I was in 5th grade, we sort of discovered the 900 number, my girlfriend and I.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, like, her mom's boyfriend used to call them all the time, so.
Did you ever call one?
Yeah, we did. We started just calling and just sort of listening in. And
like girl on girl?
Some of that. I didn't even really quite understand what I was hearing,
Did you, when you were playing this character, or the 2 lines in the Spike Lee film, did you have a boyfriend at the time?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
He must have loved that you were playing a phone sex operator.
I think he did. I mean, because I took the role really seriously.
As you should.
You know, I was doing a lot of research. And,
Did the research creep you out a little bit, though, seriously? You don't strike me as the type that would really get into the phone sex thing.
Yeah, you know, I don't at all.
Yeah, but did the research creep you out? Are the women really just like 70 and really large?
They aren't what you think.
Yeah.
I will say that. They are not what you think.
Fine people, not knocking the gig, don't get me wrong,
no, but
not what you
it
think.
is really true. It's the voice is so important, and it's not always, you know, what you think. But yeah, I did a lot of research for that, so I used to sort of improvise these conversations with my boyfriend at the time. We'd sort of be walking down the street.
I would love to hear just a minute of that. The new movie is The Shape of Things, which is great because it was a play, very big play in New York and London.
Yeah.
And they took the whole cast to be into the film?
Yeah, there were 4 characters, and we had all sort of worked together. We were in London, New York for almost a year, doing like 200 performances, and then we just shot the film in 18 days.
Right.
And it was incredible. It was a really
I don't want to give it away because there's like a big twist. You want to just kind of tell everybody what it's about.
But, well, it's about this art student who decides, she meets this guy in a museum at the art school, and she decides to sort of alter him in really small ways. She starts making, it's sort of like when you say, you know, to your boyfriend, why don't you change your sweater? Or she just starts to make all these, really little changes. And, you know, I'm one of the friends of his who starts to get really suspicious of her. And anyway, it takes this complete turn. And
do we need to set up this clip right here, or can we just play it down?
I think.
So you're talking to Paul Rudd, you know?
Yeah, I'm talking to Paul, who's playing the guy who's undergoing all the change. And actually, I'm starting to become more attracted to him because of the change. So that's sort of why it's called The Shape of Things, because it's really about the superficiality of, you know, how we sort of deal with the physical. And,
right, okay, let's take a look at Gretchen in action here from The Shape of Things.
You're a lovely person, you know that?
Lovely? Why don't you just call me gay and get it over with?
Hey, lovely is nice. No, I wish there were a few more lovely people in the world. I mean it. You are. Getting cuter by the day. What is that girl doing to you?
Lots. She's amazing, really.
Absolutely, why not? That's Gretchen Moll. 4 people in the play, they all are in the movie.
Yeah.
Were you ever worried that the director would just leave you out of it? I mean...
There were the times he would tease us all the time and say, you know, I just met so-and-so, like some young up-and-coming actress, and say, I just auditioned this girl for your part, and
just keep you on your toes,
she's really great. Yeah, kept you on your toes.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Gretchen, great to meet you. Thanks for being here so much.
Thanks.
Gretchen Moll, everybody. Check her out in The Shape of Things in theaters on May 9th. Lil' Kim when we get back. Right after this, we'll talk and then she'll play.